Okay, good morning. Last time we talked about the past simple or the simple past tense. Okay, who can remind me with what we discussed uh, uh, last class? We talked about the usage of the simple past, the form of the simple past when it is affirmative, when it is negative, in all its cases, and we did some exercises. Okay, now when do we use the simple past? Remind me.
When something happened and finished.
Thank you so much. When something started and finished in the past or finished in the past, amazing. Now, Mustafa, uh, now, uh, can we use it to say that something used to happen again and again in the past?
No,
Yes, of course. Yeah,
no,
we can. Not only something that happened once. No, yeah, we can use it to say that something used to happen again and again in the past. Like I walked to school when I was young. So this thing shows that that this action used to happen again and again in the past. Okay, uh, and we said we use some expressions or some keywords to indicate that yes, we are using the simple past, like the word yesterday. What else?
go.
Ago, for
Last
example.
week, last year.
Last plus anytime. Thank you so much. Last week, last month, last year, last hour, last class. What else? We can say, for example, in 1999. Yeah, this is a past time. Something happened in the past. Okay. Today, inshallah, we will be talking about the past continuous. Okay. Today, we will be talking about the past continuous, and the past continuous. Okay, but before this, let me show you this video about the past continuous, and then we will discuss when do we use it and how. Mm, okay, just a second, please.
What were you doing?
Hey, look who's here. Sis, what a surprise.
Is
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 it
it
clear?
clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, I didn't expect to see you here. Please join me.
How was your day, Julia?
Oh, I had an awful day. It seemed to be such a lovely day at the beginning. I was sitting on the balcony, drinking a cup of coffee. The sun was shining, someone was playing a violin in the street, and I was enjoying a beautiful afternoon.
Please, I want you to pay attention to the verbs that are in red, like the sun was shining, someone was playing the violin, I was enjoying. So here, look, we are talking about something that was happening in the past, actions that were in progress in the past, and the subject or the performer or the doer of the action uh, used a period of time or some time to do this in the past. It's not just something that started and finished. No, it took some time to do this action. When I say the sun was shining, of course, it's not just like this in the started and finished. No, it took some time to shine. Yeah. So this is it. Yeah. Pay attention to those verbs that are in red. Clear?
I was feeling hungry, so I decided to make spaghetti. But I realized that I didn't have any tomato sauce. So I went to the grocery store to buy some. After buying a few items, I finally found the tomato sauce. I was reading the label when the jar just slipped out of my hands and fell down. There was glass and red sauce all over the floor and splattered all over my shoes. I looked around and noticed that everyone was staring at me. People were smiling and whispering to each other. Soon I noticed that I was leaving a trail of red footprints through the store. I found a grocery store worker and let him know what I had just done. I offered to help clean it up, but he declined. I was so embarrassed that I wasn't even looking where I was going. And I knocked over a display of chips. I was just standing there in shock. A manager was walking by me that very moment and noticed the mess I had made. I was expecting her to be angry, but she wasn't. She said they would take care of everything. She was smiling. Maybe she was thinking about how clumsy I was.
Oh, poor you, sis. I'm sorry you had to go through this. It was just a bad day.
And there's more. While I was waiting to pay the checkout, I realized I forgot my wallet home. I was mortified.
Oh no. So what did you do?
I apologized and left all my shopping there.
Maybe you're too tired and stressed out. You should take a few days off from work and get some rest.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I called you yesterday at about 8 p.m., but you didn't answer. What were you doing?
You'll never guess what happened yesterday evening. I was sitting in the living room watching TV when I suddenly felt a strong smell of smoke. It was coming from the corridor outside our apartment. I opened the door and saw smoke at the end of the corridor. Mrs. Brown lives there. I grabbed the fire extinguisher and ran towards her apartment. I opened the door and there was a big fire. The flames were spreading quickly. I put out the fire as fast as I could. Then I saw Mrs. Brown in the living room. She was lying down on the floor. She was screaming for help.
Help! Help!
She was bleeding. I called the ambulance right away.
Oh, poor Mrs. Brown. Is she okay now?
Yes, luckily she's fine.
But what happened?
It seems that the fire was started by some candles that were burning in the living room. Mrs. Brown was dozing off when the fire started. She woke up, and while she was trying to put out the fire, she fell down and broke her arm.
She's really lucky to be alive thanks to you. You're a real hero.
Okay. Thank you. Now, you watched it, right?
أستاذ
Yep.
Does the video have sounds or no؟
I'm sorry.
يعني الفيديو فيه صوت أو لا؟
Yes, of course.
بس عندنا ما كان يطلع صوت، يعني كان
I
يطلع.
حتى أنا ما كان عندي.
no worries, مش مشكلة. Did you read what happened?
أنا
Yes.
كان عندي صوت والله.
So as you can see, there were some actions in progress when others happened, yeah, or the subject took some time to do certain action. So this is the past continuous, as I said earlier. So the past continuous is formed like this. Now the past continuous. Okay, let me just open it. Yeah. As you can see here, the past continuous is formed by using the verb to be. And what do I mean by the verb to be? What is the verb to be? Be.
Was and where.
Amazing. Wasn't were. So you use the verb be or was or were depending on the subject verb agreement, was or were plus the ing. Like this example, Tom was studying when they came. He was doing something. He was in or an action was in progress when another action happened. This is the past continuous. Okay, I was doing my homework when you called. Let's imagine this. Imagine this with me. An action was in progress, like you were watching a movie, for example, and then your phone rang. So everything is in the past, but one of the actions was in progress. So this is it. Then we use the past continuous too for something which continued before and after another action, like the children were doing their homework when I got home. So they were in progress. Two, for something that happened before and after a particular time, a certain time, not a certain action. Like it was 8 o'clock. I was writing a letter. So at that time, you were in progress writing that letter. Or in July, she was working in McDonald's. At that particular time, an action was in progress. She was working in McDonald's. And the last thing, for actions that were happening at the same time in the past, like as I was watching television, the telephone rang. So two actions, one of them was in progress, another one happened. Yeah. Number 4, to show that something continued for some time, something that took some time to happen. As I said, the one that we saw in the video, he was watching the television when he smelled when he smelled smoke. Or the example, my head was aching. It took some time. It's not just something started and finished. No, it took some time. Everyone was shouting. Yeah, an action that took some time. 5, for something that was happening again and again, but here I want to emphasize on the duration of the action. It took some time, not repetition. There is a difference between this and the previous one. Here there is no repetition. Like I was practicing every day 3 times a day, again and again. They were meeting secretly after school, or they were always starting. An action that happened over and over, but here you have to link it with another action. Last one with verbs that show a change or growth, like the children were growing up quickly, her English was improving, my hair was growing gray, and the town was changing quickly. So here, pay attention that there is a duration for an action. Maybe an action that was in progress when another one happened, and so on. Okay, let's practice. Let's do certain exercises to summarize or to practice what we studied. Okay. Now the first example, when I phoned my friends. Look, when I phoned my friends. Let's imagine this. You phone them but they were engaged in another action. They were doing another thing. Okay? Who can do it for me, please?
أستاذ أنا I want to do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, when I phoned my friends, they were playing Monopoly.
Amazing. They were playing. Imagine this, all of you. They were sitting together. They took some time. They were playing Monopoly, and of course, Muslim know something started and finished immediately. No, they took some time to play Monopoly, and at the same time, I called them. I phoned them. تخيلتوا المشهد معي? Did you imagine the scene? Thank you, Aya. Amazing. Number 2. Aya Hijazi.
Yesterday at 6, I was preparing dinner.
Yeah, yesterday at 6, I was preparing dinner. And was or were?
Was.
Why was?
Because I
is followed by.
was.
Thank you so much.
Was.
I is followed by was. Amazing. Good job. Thank you so much. I was preparing dinner. Amazing. Okay. Number 3. Number 3. Ahmed Musa.
The kids were playing.
Amazing. The kids were. Go ahead. Continue the sentence.
The kids were playing in the garden when it suddenly began to rain.
Thank you. Began to rain. Imagine this. They took some time playing in the garden. At this time, during this action, what happened? It began to rain. Thank you so much. Look, you have 2 actions here. Yeah. Amazing, ya Ahmed. Kamal.
Yes, teacher. The 4th one or the 5th one?
4.
Practice the guitar when he comes home. I don't know this. Can I do 5, the 5th one?
Okay, thank you. I just do 4, please.
I was practicing the guitar when he came home.
Thank you. Look at Kamal. He came home. At the same time, what were you doing? I was practicing the guitar. So I was practicing the guitar. The action was in progress. During this, at that specific time, during this action, during practicing the guitar, he came home. Then I was practicing.
sorry بس عشان رحت شوي ورجعت هلا عشان هيك ما كنتش
Okay,
مركز
no
sorry.
No worries. Yeah, thank you so much. Do 5.
While Aaron was working in his room, his friends were swimming in the pool.
Thank you. While Aaron was working in his room, his friends, 2 actions were happening at the same time, like parallel.
At the same time, yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
He was working in his room. His friends were swimming in the pool. Okay. Thank you so much. How do we spell the word swim? Swimming, sorry.
With double M.
Double M. Amazing. Why?
Can't remember. Sorry.
Who can remind me with what you said? Go ahead.
عشان في I ورا الام
Amazing.
فلازم تتكرر.
Before, yeah. We said the CVC structure. CVC structure. Do you want me to remind you with it? Okay. Just a second, please. Sorry. Now, we said like the verb swim. Okay. The verb swim. When you want to add ing, you have to look at the last 3 letters, let's say. The last 3 letters before the ing. Okay. If you have the CVC structure, and what do I mean by CVC? CVC means consonant, vowel, consonant. Consonant, vowel, consonant. If you have a consonant, vowel, consonant, okay, you need to double the last consonant. You need to double the M before adding ing. So what happens here, when you write the word swim, you have to write it like this. Swim, you have here the W, consonant, vowel, consonant. So you must double the M and write the ing, okay? Like the verb stop, for example. Look, do you have CVC? The P is a C consonant. The O is a V vowel. The T is a P, so CVC. So in this case, you need to double the last consonant, stopping. Okay, so this is it. Understood? Any question? The verb run, for example. Run, C, V, C, so, N-I-N-G, running. Yeah? Okay. Thank you, Kamal. Number 6. Number 6, I would like to do it.
Can I ask a question?
Who are you?
آية.
Okay.
They تاخد was or were?
Look, if you have it was must be preceded by a singular pronoun. Okay, and لازم يكون singular pronoun. They, is it singular or plural?
It's plural.
So it should be followed by a were.
Okay.
They and
Weren't listening?
yeah, but they weren't listening. Amazing.
Uh-huh.
But I tried to tell them the truth, but they weren't listening. Thank you so much. Number 7.
You're welcome.
7. Mustafa.
What were you doing when I called you yesterday?
What were you doing? Yeah, thank you. Now here, this thing is a question. This sentence, number 7, is a question. And we know if you have a question, the auxiliary verb or the helping verb must be or must come before the subject. So we can't say what you were doing. No, we say what were you doing? Amazing. What were you doing when I called? So since it's a question, the helping verb, which is were, must come before the subject. Thank you, Mustafa. Maria, number 8.
Most of the time, we were sitting in the park.
Yeah, thank you so much. Sitting. How do we spell the word sit? Oh, sitting, sorry. Spell it.
S-I-T-T-I-N-G.
Why do you double the T?
Because we have the CVC.
CVC structure, amazing. CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant. Good job. Thank you so much. This is it. Inshallah, tomorrow we will have the past perfect. Tamam. I didn't upload the booklet that I told you about. Inshallah, اليوم I will upload it because I edited certain things. Inshallah, today I will upload it. If you wanted to have them, you can go to eSchool and download the same worksheets that we studied during the quarantine. It's the same PowerPoint and the same worksheets, same examples. We're just repeating things in order to make sure that you understood them well. Okay, that's it for today. Do you have any question?
No.
Are you sure? Thank you so much. Thank you. Inshallah, see you tomorrow. That's it. Take care.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome.